We do make great entertainment, especially when we stage your engine blowing up.
Right.
Oh, God, that was a masterpiece. Okay, so we're going to start off with a big topic.
Oh,
I think
Here we go.
It's
Drum
been
roll.
sort of questioned a bit in the comments throughout the last year and a half.
why is Rory still with the channel?
That has actually been mentioned in the comments.
Has it?
Yeah.
Christ.
But this is the first one, which is, why did you start your own YouTube channel?
Oh, that's a good one. Hot
Very
topic.
interesting. Taylor, why do you think I started a YouTube channel?
I think you started your own YouTube channel because you were with Car Throttle for quite some time and you probably thought, do you know what? Instead of making someone else money, why don't I go and do my own thing, make myself some money and do something that I can be proud of?
In a nutshell, you're quite right. Yeah. So it was beginning of 2022. And what a lot of people always thought was that I was the owner of Car Throttle because I was, quote unquote, the face of Car Throttle. And everyone always thought that I was probably making loads and loads of money, millionaire, blah, blah, blah. But that is not near the truth. Car Throttle got bought out in, I think, 2019 by Dennis Publishing. So Dennis Publishing owned... it's now changed now to Autovia, but they used to own the likes of Evo, Auto Express, that lot. And then they wanted to have a kind of more edgy channel platform, which was Car Throttle. So we were bought out. And yeah, the premise was, or the idea was, that we would be able to flourish, have loads of budget to do our thing. But as is the way with big businesses, it's difficult. There's a lot of red tape. And so it just proved a little bit frustrating for everyone involved. And then I was at a stage in my life, I was 30, how old am I? 37, not married, no kids. I was comfortable enough to give it a go, gamble with, 6 months. And if it didn't work out, then I wouldn't be on the streets and I'd still be able to pay the mortgage. And I also had people backing me like Mike Brewer. I spoke to him before pulling the trigger and he said, look, I've been telling you for years to do it. And he also said, if you need financial backing, I will back you.
Wow. Fair play.
And then for Mike to say that to me, he's like the big dog, that gave me kind of enough motivation to think, actually, Mike, I could do with 100 grand. No. But for him to say that, I kind of knew that if he backs me, then I should start backing myself as well. So I thought, stuff it, let's give it a go, handed in my notice. And it came as a bit of a surprise to a lot of people. Ethan and Jack knew it was coming, but when I really confirmed it to Ethan especially, it was quite emotional because we spent the last 10, 11 years with each other every single day. And we've had a lot of laughs. But I just thought at the time I owed it to myself to give it a go and just to see if I could start my own business, be in charge of my own destiny, and to also introduce new people to the world of YouTube, because YouTube is very insular really, and once you're established then you're just in there, and as a new YouTuber it's very, very difficult to come through unless you know people. So I thought, I've got a bit of a springboard, give it a go, see what happens, and it took off. This podcast is sponsored by our friends Tyre Streets UK. Remember, you can get 10% off your set of tyres using the code Autoalex. We all use tyres from Tyre Streets UK, and you should too. So get 10% off using the code Autoalex.
Since leaving Car Throttle and doing your own thing, are things as they expected you to be?
No. So I think Rory, you and I were chatting about me starting a new channel for a long time. And then when I said I was doing it, I said, Rory, come join me. Let's do this together. Because I don't have a business brain and you do, because your dad is very, very business minded, and that's obviously rubbed off. And you love money.
I do love money.
You love money.
I love spending money more than money.
Spending money. Let's not get started on a tap.
These new mics nice though, aren't they? Look at these new headphones, mics. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, sorry, talking about spending money. I'm currently looking at a tap, which is 5 meters away from me.
Will you stop going on?
I can't get over it. But I said to Rory, can you ask the plumber how much it would cost to fit a tap? Because the plumber had to come in to fix the toilet because it was leaking for ages. And then the next thing I know, I'm on my way back from Bali. I'm really tired. And he says, oh yeah, it's 150 quid. I was like, what? £150 to fit a tap?
Yes, but what you're forgetting is the man was there. He fitted the tap.
He was
for
already
us.
there, so he didn't need a call-out fee.
Yes, but you're forgetting. So the tap on Amazon, the kit and everything, 40 quid. He was saying...
For the tap.
Yeah, and then Alex was like, that should have been 50 quid max. So you're saying the man should have fitted it for £10.
Okay, so what you're saying is because that took him, 10 or 15 minutes?
It was 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, so that means that his hourly rate is £200.
He's a plumber. Do you not... Plumbers charge whatever they want.
I would also just like to add as well, we usually spend more than 150 quid on lunch.
Yeah, but that's lunch. We actually don't. We don't.
No.
Anyway, circling back to what I think, or how I think the channel has gone, is massively exceeded any expectations. I think even people in the industry, YouTube mates and stuff, probably didn't think that Autoalex would be at, what are we now, 550,000 subs in 15 months or so. But the most overwhelming thing was, I think, in the first 2 weeks.
This really freaked you out, this part, didn't it?
It freaked me out. The first video went out, and then it literally just blew up, and I had messages from everywhere, every corner of the globe. I can't remember what it is. It is literally all a blur. But I just remember sitting in my living room and speaking to my now wife and saying, genuinely, this is too much. Now there is so much, I feel so much weight of responsibility to give this a proper go and to entertain everyone and to make everyone happy and to not let anyone down. And I was at a point of just thinking, stuff this, it's too much. I just want a hard reset and just go back to Car Throttle.
I don't know, because it was different from my point of view, because I obviously, I think when we spoke about this originally before the channel launched, we were expecting 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Max.
And then we were thinking of this as sort of like a part-time thing that you would be doing, and then I'd help out every so often.
Yeah, because the part-time thing, I was still contracted by Car Throttle as a freelance presenter to do videos with them as and when they wanted me. Also, I had Auto Trader as well.
Yep.
And then Autoalex was always going to be a side hustle that we would hopefully build up to become full-time.
And I think within probably that first video and then maybe a week after that, I think we started to realize that this was going to be more than part-time.
Yes. This is now a business. So the first video, 260,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
In the first 2 weeks, I think it was at 300,000 subscribers. And then it's obviously all plateaued and everything, as it does.
I think the thing is as well, with having your own channel, you just get that extra freedom. You don't have to ask people for permission to go, can we go get this car? Because the thing with YouTube, you have to be so reactive with everything you do. You can't go, oh, can we do this? And then by the time you've done next week and got the permission to, or got the money, or blah, 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 that thing's already gone. That idea's gone, the car's gone, the thing's gone, or whatever. You need to be able to do things like there and then.
Yeah.
So I think, especially when Car Throttle got sold to that bigger corporation, that then everything had to take a few more people to go through.
Yeah. And getting the budget was becoming more and more difficult.
Yeah.
And then this way, I just literally just started just taking money out of my own account.
Yeah.
Like, all the stuff that we did with Michael, buying him the van, going to IKEA and everything, that was literally all just from my own account. And I was like, shit, I don't actually have the money to pay for this stuff.
No. Yeah, because you didn't even set up like a business.
No, there was nothing. There was literally nothing.
Yeah.
It was literally all just like personal money. And then I was just thinking, shit, I hope these videos can pay for some of this stuff at some point. And then it quite quickly just became apparent that, yes, YouTube would become full-time. Not only for me, but I know you're not full-time staff, but this is your full-time gig.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just keep on growing and just get enough money to go on adventures, to buy cars and just see where it goes, really.
And make great entertainment.
We do make great entertainment, especially when we stage your engine blowing up.
Right.
God, that was a masterpiece. That was.
Yeah.
The amount of things we had to organise to get that engine shipped out beforehand.
That was even almost as good as setting up Jack being pushed down the A40 by the Royal Mail lorry, and then Ellie Goulding there as well.
We had to pay off so many people.
She was 100 grand.
Yeah.
But long and short of why I started my own channel was because I was frustrated and it was a kind of now or never moment in my life. It was a switch where I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life.
Fair play.
So yeah, you got to chase your dreams. Basically, chase your dreams. If you have a dream, just don't stop until.
Yeah. And as I know, it is a big step quitting your job and going out and doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But
because you used to work for the AA.
Yeah.
And then you were frustrated and then you started your own thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But we'll get onto that in more detail another time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because as the court case finished, mate, you're getting fired for gross misconduct from AA.
It was last week.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. This is actually, your tag's going off.
Right. Very funny. Very funny.
So yeah, there's that story. Let's move on.